Yo, what's going on, you guys? And we're live. Shoo! Only 12 likes, bruh? Yeah, hit that shit. Woo! Come on, hit the like button. If we get the likes up, I'll hit the double intro on you guys. Double intro. It's a Red Bull nights, man. It's a Red Bull kind of night. Gotta crack that bitch open. Only paired with pleb tears frozen in ice. That shit hits nice. Shit, man. Let's go, man. Get the likes up and stuff, and we'll fucking do it, man. Don't die on us. Never, man. Never. I'll never leave you guys. Yo, what's going on? Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Come on, hit the likes. Now let's get it. Oh, damn, that shit fucking gets me going, man. Yeah, man. What is going on, you guys? I gotta give a big shout out, man. Shout out to Papa Boner, man. Yeah, he said some really cool stuff, I guess, on Maddie Allen's stream. I don't know the name of it, but Maddie Allen's stream on YouTube. And shout out to Papa B, man. I gotta show that shit. That was really nice, man. I was working really hard today. And that really brought my spirits up, man. Thank you so much, Papa Wonder, dude. I'm so happy I was able to help you out. Let's see if I can show it on Twitter. It was a really cool video, man. Let me see.
Screwed up my entire. It's my pleasure and it's my obligation. And people ask me why I do this stuff. Let me tell you that there was a very kind Hexican that once unscrewed up my entire philosophy in staking ladders, and I'm just paying that back every day. And I want to give a shout out to Dollarcostcrypto for taking his time selflessly and giving it to a pleb like me over a year ago to give me the best staking ladder strategy ever, and all the other people that contributed to that staking strategy. I'm very pleased. I'm beyond words and blessed to have talked with him and to have his time. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much, Papa Boner, man. That was real cool, dude. Hopefully you guys were able to hear that audio. If not, let me know. That would have been real awkward, just me playing nothing. But hey, dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I'm so happy I was able to help out your staking portfolio. And yeah, heck yeah, man. So apparently the chat's like losing their mind right now because yeah. Fixing heck yeah, that's exactly right. King of Jacks. Oh, I love the Pepe there too. Hexagons fixing the world one ladder at a time, baby. Shit. I gotta dig up that old tweet, man. I got this old screenshot of like Richard back in the day. I wasn't the first person to show a staking ladder, but I think I may have been one of the first people to like ask Richard about staking ladders for what's a good strategy. And then he looked at mine and he was like, "Yeah, that shit's the best one I've seen." And I'm like, trademarked. Richard's best. Premium uncut hopium. No rope, all ladders, baby. Yes, Jesus himself, baby. No rope, all ladders. Fuck yeah, man. Oh, so tomorrow I'm setting up a stream. So I don't want to see the guests just yet, but I'm setting a hex stream tomorrow with just me and a guest and stuff on my YouTube. And then I'll also be doing it on his YouTube probably a couple days after that. We're just setting up the time with him because he's in a different time zone. So bam, pretty cool for all the hex questions and stuff. We'll talk about staking strategies and stuff because like staking and ladders and stuff is my specialty in the hex sort of ecosystem and stuff. I don't play all that price shit. But I'm a man who really knows how to do his ladders. That's for sure. Ladder in, ladder out, baby. Whew. Hey, man. Oh, Wally Soros, shout out, man. Dollarcostcrypto, you're the man, bro. You helped me understand crypto more as a Latino. Viva la raza. Viva la raza, wey. Hell yeah, man. We need more of us in the space. Yes, man. More of these Mexicans, more of these Latinos, man. But we just need more people in general, man. I'll take them as we get them, man. For real. But yeah, one day in the future, I will probably have a course in Spanish. More than likely, just because how busy the market is right now, me and Charlie just can't do it. But at some point, I probably will do a course in Spanish and take over the whole Latino market. So, yeah. Shoo. Yes, DJ Timsy. I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat because if I don't try to keep up with the chat very fast, it's like I'll get so behind on it. Hell no, I ain't gonna put that one. DCC Jet Esquire. Fuck yeah, man. Sam Ram just had a consult with DCC. It's just not for my bags. It's for the soul. Jokes apart, Miguel truly cares. What a rare thing in this world, especially for dude. Hey, thank you so much, Sam, dude. Sam Ram, man. Love the stash, bro. Love the stash. Shoo. Yeah, man. Let's get it. CJ from San Andreas. You're the man, DCC. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, dude. Came into the shoe. Big brain. Dude, that picture is gruesome. My God. Big Daddy BTC. Big brain. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Jeremy Iveen, 1 hour DCC is life-changing to you guys. Let the Red Bull enter my veins and let it excrete uncut hopium. Oh, shit. Whew. Goddamn. All right, Big Sky Traveler. Good idea to start claiming rewards of SILV to accumulate in-game items that can be sold prior to the end of bull market instead of ILD, which is potentially one best until the end of bear market. Personally, I'm going to ape into land myself. Just what I can do. Obviously, please ape responsibly. Don't overextend yourselves. Don't get past. I mean, if you're going to make, you guys shouldn't be aping more than 10% of your portfolio just into land, unless you're really going to. I mean, you've got to risk it for the biscuit on that sort of sense. A big scratch. I'll get you back for 1 second. I've just been seeing this guy really quick, Gent Esquire. Hey, Gent Esquire. So all the guys who have all the questions for the algo service, the algo service is under Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. Go to cultivatecrypto.com. If you can find him on Twitter or just go to Charlie's YouTube channel. You should have, if you look in the description, you should have his website and you'll be able to sign up for the algo service there. Basically, it gives you kind of places where it's good to sell and where to buy. It's a pretty cool service. They do, I think, once a month they do a webinar for all the guys who are in the algo service. and you get put into a private Telegram chat where you guys can all talk trading sort of stuff. Me myself personally, I'm not a part of it, but Charlie doesn't sell bullshit. So if you guys, if that's something you're into because you like trading for some reason, and then that's I'd recommend you guys go over there basically. But let me go back to where's Big Sky Traveler. Okay, is it a good idea to start claiming your rewards as SILV to accumulate in-guide items that will be sold prior to the end of bull market instead of ILV potentially will invest into the end of bear market? Myself personally, I do want ILV, but I will probably in about maybe 2 weeks around December, I'll start saving up my rewards as SILV up until maybe the actual launch of the actual gaming market or whatever. But I do. So let me give you guys a little bit of alpha shit right here with SILV. So SILV right now, if I know the price exactly as it is right now, I gotta check the price right now. I'll find the price in a second. But typically, it's about 1/3 to 40% of the price of a regular alluvium. So with that, I think there's actually an opportunity to buy some SILV for the land sale before it happens in January, and there's a good chance that up until especially somewhere around middle December to at the beginning of January, we'll probably see the instead of it being worth 30%, we could see it get to 80% or closer to it. But I have a feeling somewhere in my stomach that you already know whales are cunts. And at some point, the whales will more than likely dump the price of alluvium down a little bit to essentially cut out their competition. And it's actually pretty smart if you think about it in a game theory sort of aspect, right? So let's just say alluvium's price is $2,000 or so. Actually, let me pull up the alluvium price. Actually, let me see where it's at. Alluvium. LV right into my veins. God damn, it's 1,400? Jesus. Okay, yeah, today's a good day. Shoot. I literally saw this like an hour or two ago. It was like fucking 1,200 bucks. Yeah, man. Crypto is amazing. Oh, yeah, baby. Shoot. Fuck yeah, man. God damn. I love this shit. All right, Comey, thank you so much, brother. Man, oh, that picture's amazing. So SLV is 420 right now. Is he really like? If it really is, damn, that's fire. So right now, that's basically 1/3 of the price, effectively. So it's at 30% of the price. So we could see close to maybe like the last weeks of December, possibly a little bit into January. We could see SLV close to about 80% of the value of 80% to 90% of the value of alluvium. So it's very possible. So what I'm personally, if I were to do this, right, what I'm planning to do is once it gets to 80% of the value of alluvium, I'm selling that into Ethereum, and I'm just not going to let the whales fuck me over. Basically, I'll still keep a portion of SLV just in case, but I'm going to convert it over to Ethereum, so I know I have sort of a guaranteed amount of dollars that I'm going to buy with the land sale, and with that, I'll probably hold it in USDC, and then once the land sale starts happening, then I'll convert it over to Ethereum, and then start buying with Ethereum. That way, if the whales sell down, let's just say during that time, alluvium price is $2,000, possibly $3,000, right? It could be that point. We could be at $3,000 to possibly $1,800 for alluvium. The whales could just dip the price down by 50%. And crash the price, and they have enough money that they can just buy it with Ethereum. And what they're doing is they're reducing the competition's money to buy land by 50%. But if this strategy of mine works, I'm gonna tippy-toe my way over to Ethereum. They can't do shit, and they didn't reduce my purchasing power. Actually, it increased. In terms of where you buy SILV for the directly to the veins right there, man. You buy it on Uniswap, you guys. The sushi swap pool, you will get in. So originally, I thought, and you would think, right, since you supply liquidity to the sushi swap pool, you would think that you'd buy SLV on sushi swap. No, you'll get destroyed right now. Destroyed. No, you'll get so much slippage. So if you're gonna buy SILV, you buy it on Uniswap. Uniswap, okay? So that's basically where you want to do it right there. But yeah, man, that was some fucking alpha right there. I mean, that was some Don DeMarco. Will ILV be copied over to Pulse? Yes, it will. How would that work? I mean, it will be copied. So if you have SILV or Illuvium, because they're both RC20 token contracts, you will get the copy of that. So if you have it, cha-ching. I don't know about the stakes that are in the contracts, but possibly as well. So that's crazy. Yeah. So the APY right now is 480% right now. For, of course, if you're staked out to a year. So if you're not, it's not that much. But still, that means at that price point, that means the flexible pool right now is about 240% APY. So that's pretty good. So if my FLV is staked, isn't in my wallet. Honestly, I don't know how that's going to work, if I'm being honest. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion of what I know right now. So I mean, regardless if you have any Illuvium at all, I mean, hopefully it gets copied over. But if it doesn't, it just doesn't. It just is what it is. But yeah, dude. Hey DCC, how do you feel about Spartacus? So for people who don't know, Spartacus is a token that's on Phantom. It's supposed to be like a what do you call that thing? It's what is that thing? A Olympus DAO or Olympus fork basically. And I think it's the first one on Phantom. And if you stake it, you might be able to get there's supposedly an airdrop in like 2 weeks or something like that. It's pretty high risk, you guys. If you do get into it, I would recommend you get it. You create a new MetaMask for it just in case there's a compromised wallet, and then so that way you don't get your money stolen from that wallet. So I would highly recommend, if you are jumping into Spartacus or something, get into a different wallet. Basically, okay. Shoo! Yeah, man. Shit. Shout out to all the guys who got it at 480, $500 on Illuvium, man. That's awesome. And then people are like, Miguel, that's only a 3x. No, bros, we've been earning interest on that too. If you got into the SLV pool, even if you haven't, a 3x since September, man, shit, I'll take that, man. If I can get a 3x every time with my coins every 2 months, man, I'll be happy camper. Oh my god, just drinking tears of the fucking fallen right here, man. Oh, right. Yeah. So Phantom's pumped back. So has Boo. So here's a really interesting thing. So let me show the price of Phantom first. FTM. Oh, actually, I forgot I could do that. So I forgot I used to be able to do like Blue's Clues, like. Plot print right there on Phantom. But yeah, Phantom's pumped back. Man, I'm actually a little disappointed in myself. Usually I'm so good at pulling the trigger on stuff. So I had a certain amount of money that I was going to buy some Phantom with, and I was looking at the price of $1.80, and I did not pull the trigger, and then I bought it at $2.20, and I'm just like, Miguel, you're going to buy it at $1.80 anyway. Why didn't you just buy it at like $1.80 instead of $2.20? But it just is what it is. So shit, that's pretty good. So Phantom's up right now, which is great. That's awesome. Didn't doubt it for a second. Let's look at Boo right now. $23. So that's up 17%. And what's Phantom? 13. Yeah, so Boo's up a little bit more than that. Then that's pretty good. Even the best of us. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you get a little gun shy and you just don't shoot. I mean, I specifically took profits on some coins to be able to do that, and then I just chicken shit it out, but it just is what it is. One cool thing is, like, if you have been in the, I mean, personally, since I'm in the FTM Blue pool, I haven't really suffered any permanent loss, and I've only just gained coins by selling. What I'm personally doing is I'm selling my Boo rewards into FTM and just keeping it as liquid Phantom, just building a position up, and that's how I do it basically. But yeah. Let's see. David Sanchez. Oh, what's up, David? Hey, man, I've heard you talk about the staying power of Hex. What are some of the potential pitfalls that could make it fail, in your opinion? It would take an unbelievable. I mean, obviously, an EMP attack around the world that would fuck crypto up. Other than that, maybe a meteorite, like on that ad on CoinGecko. In terms of other pitfalls, it would probably be something like maybe. I mean, hopefully this doesn't happen, but like Padre Hijo Espíritu Santo, man. But like maybe Richard Hart, maybe he passes away suddenly or something like that, or like you never know, something bad like that. Or possibly for some reason, maybe Richard Hart gets into trouble with the law and then he gets put in jail or something. That would be bad, but he wouldn't die. So it's even with that, you could see Hex shoot down in price very terribly, but we would still keep trucking along. It would just basically, I think we'd lose like 6 months, and then we'd come back basically after that, because it's pretty self-defeating. It would just take. I mean, it would take Ethereum literally taking a shit before Pulse Chain, and for some reason Pulse Chain wasn't launched or something, and then that could, but it's just not very likely. You could see maybe over time people get tired of Hex or something like that over a long period of time, but I don't see just like it upright just stops everyone just like, all right, peace, deuces. And it other than that, it would just take something like the OA, possibly just selling all the coins and just fucking the price to zero forever. I mean, but I don't think they'd do that because that's retarded. They could just make more money over a longer period of time if they wanted to take profit. It's just, you see, it's super unlikely short of shit, because it was like a lot of people are saying if Hex would have rugged, it would have rugged. I mean, dude, it would have rugged such a long time ago, man. If it was gonna rug, it would have rugged on like Big Payday, or not Big Payday, but the when the coin actually launched on the last day of on Big Payday. And then they would have rugged if they were just trying to get Ethereum or something. So it just doesn't make sense to me. It's pretty stupid. Yo, Billy L, I'll be back. Are you still holding on to any Cel? Yeah, I still have quite a lot of Celsius. I'm actually all loaned. Personally, I'm all loaned out on all my Celsius tokens. So I took a 25% LTV when they allowed it to. The fuck's it called? When they allowed it in California. So I sold some BTC. Bought more Celsius at the time, and then when they allowed loans in California, and then I just took a 25% LTC, and then I use that money to buy other coins and stuff. So that's kind of what I do. So I'm still holding Celsius, but it's all, I don't, in terms of liquid Celsius, I don't have any liquid Celsius. It's all loaned out. 25% LTV is the only LTV I recommend. Yeah. Don Currywurst. If Hex is going to rug, Richard actually deserves it for that killer play. Bro, that would be the longest con of all. Bro, my God, man. Shit. All right. Flames. Thoughts on Crow? My pleb friend bought some. Well, hey, dude, I got to give something up to Crow, man. Like, Crow fucking, by Crow, it means crypto.com token. I think that's the token we're talking about, right? Crow? Oh, Epic Bro. Look at that. Crow.com. Well, right now what's going on with Crow token was a pretty bad shitcoin token. And up until recently, now they basically bought the naming rights to the Staples Center, and now it's the crypto.com center, which is just hurting the soul of a lot of people playing sports. But I recently just went to go watch a movie a couple days ago, the Eternals. Kind of a clusterfuck of a movie, honestly, but I really liked it. But 2.5 fucking hours, man, that was a lot for that movie. Like for Dune, man, I wish Dune was 4 hours. I would have loved it if Dune was 4 hours. But the Eternals, man, that was a lot, man. But anyway, I was having trouble watching that. Damn, I was falling asleep. I'm pretty tired. But on Crow, in terms of the token itself and everything like that, the token was pretty terrible token for most of the time. The tokenomics sucked ass. Most people wanted to leave it because people were just selling. Some of the OGs were just selling the coin down. But recently, they just kept their hustle down, and they've really doubled down, and they've done a bunch of smart plays. Right? How do you get more people on there? Sports, right? So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised Crypto.com, the company, doesn't buy a sports team someday. I mean, it's smart, man. That's what I would do if I had that money. You know, I mean. That just is what it is. So they're doing the right marketing. FTX did the same thing. The Miami Stadium and stuff is the FTX Center, if I remember correctly. So FTX is plastered everywhere. So you're starting to see, right? So it's really interesting. So anytime they're playing in the Staples Center or they're playing in Miami, you're seeing FTX, Crypto.com, and then they start offering NFTs and sort of things to people that are playing. So it starts onboarding stuff. I mean, we were starting to see certain players like Aaron Rodgers. Starting to accept BTC for his paycheck. Like, this is how you start cracking through and stuff like that. It's super smart, right? Because I mean, it's just like that. The sports stars, rappers, singers, celebrities is a good way to get people into stuff, So yeah. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Make sure to hit the notification bell when you subscribe because you will get unsubscribed because YouTube. I don't know, but you hit the notification bell. It's not going to spam your phone or anything like that. It just basically will keep you from getting unstaked. Yeah, you're permanently staked, you guys. 100-year lockup. Sorry. But no, you hit the notification bell and it will just pretty much not unsubscribe you, and then you should be able to get some of the alerts sometimes when I go live, which would be cool. In terms of before Crow and stuff, it's not terrible if you hold it for if the bull market continues and stuff like that. I mean, they'll do okay, but it is $21 billion. But I mean, basically, it can go to $1. I mean, right now it's already pumped pretty decently. Let me look in the last 24 days. Yeah, I mean, look, it's 34 cents. It's done a 3x effective. Let me see, like 30 days. Yeah, look at that. 20 cents to 80 cents. It's done a 4x. So at some point at $1.20 or something like that, you'll probably chill out a little bit, probably go back down to 80 cents or something like that. But yeah, but the interesting thing though is if they really catch the sports people, this could be a big win. Like that was a very fair, that was a chess move right there. And like Celsius, like who didn't do that? Yeah, that was pretty stupid. They didn't do that. I would have told them to do that. But they didn't hire me, so their loss. Anyway, mainstream plebs. Sorry, King of Jacks with mainstream celebrities, not plebs. Celebs talking about crypto means we're winning. That's correct, sir. That is correct. Leroy No Jenkins. Oh, that's cool. Was that Vegito and oh no, it's Vegeta and Goku. Have you heard of Soul Chicks? I think it's really silly, Soul Chicks. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. Is it Odell Beckham? Odell Beckham Jr. is from the LA Rams and receiving Bitcoin 2 from his salary. Oh, dude, damn, bro. I mean, honestly, I would do the same as a sports player because that way I could spend some of my money and then the leftover BTC. If they receive that as their pay, I mean, I think this is a smart idea. Austin W. Yo, what is going on? Hey, Miguel, if you had 30,000 hex, what would you do to max your gain, baby? Well, obviously, I'd tell you to take 100x long, and you can't even long hex. Not yet, but soon. Miguel, if you had 30,000 hex, what would you do to max out your gains? Well, it depends if you need that hex now or at all. Basically, to max out your gains, you'd stake it out, obviously. But 30,000 hex is really not that much. So it's the sort of thing where like what I'm personally recommending if people are going to stake between 1 to 5 years is basically a smaller amount of hex, right? So basically half a T-share stake would probably be preferable. So it means if you're going to do a 1-year stake, I think right now what I'd recommend is 8,000 hex for a 1-year stake. That would be a minimum, basically. And then from there, you can, if you take it to a 2-year stake, you can go a little cheaper than that. You can probably do 7,000 hex or something like that. But basically, the reason I do half a T-share, not a full T-share, it's about a cumulative T-shares, which this was really hard for me to accept because I try to tell people to get full T-shares because like full T-shares, you know, of course, but it's the sort of thing with like with hex that like because we're on Ethereum, the gas fee issue possibly in a year or 3 years won't be fixed. I do expect a reprieve from gas fees in about 6 to 7 months, possibly. But in terms of like we're still gonna have gas problems until we have actually Ethereum 2.0 and we actually have sharding and stuff. So the gas fees can be very terrible still on Ethereum. So I think half a T-share, especially with the increasing T-share price and the increasing price of hex, could protect you in terms of economic mass from. So you'll still pay the gas fee, but it won't, because the T-share and the hex price will keep growing over time. Or even if the hex price stays stagnant, but the T-share price keeps growing over that 1 year, you should still be protected from gas fees where you can afford to pay them. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Molly, the investors are reducing principal ladder works out well. Yeah, so it's the sort of thing that let's just say you're trying to do all 1 T-share stakes. So if you do, I showed this the other day. So and I'll talk about this tomorrow as well. But like you right now, 17,000 hex for 365, which is a 1-year stake. So you need 17,000 hex for a 1-year stake. For a 2-year stake, which is about 730 days, you only need 15,000 hex. And then each year you add on, it's getting smaller and smaller. So effectively it reduces by 2,000 hex every year. So 17, 15, 13, 12, 9, boom, until you start hitting about 10 years where we're about, I think 6,500 hex will get you a T-share from year 10 to 555, which is a 15.2 year stakes. So those T-shares right now, if you want some 10-year T-shares, you would sit with literally about, what is that? Let's do some quick mathematication. Let's see, 6,000. So for, yeah, for 30,000 hex, which is what that guy originally asked me, 30,000 hex will basically get you about 5 T-shares from 10 to 555. But obviously, I would never recommend you to do that because then you literally will not have any fucking liquid hex. You'll get the copy of it on P-Hex, but that's 10 years before you get a payday. And 10 years is quite a long, 10 years is an unbelievable amount of time. Like, let me tell you this right now. Crypto's only like 12 years old. So 10 years from now is like literally when like they're barely getting decent wallets, maybe barely decent wallets in 2009 to so 2011 where they're barely getting decent wallets and shit on fucking Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they even had multi-sig back then or anything. I mean, it was just paper wallets effectively on Bitcoin and stuff. And like we were there, I don't actually 2011. They barely may have had like Mt. Gox working as their main exchange barely 10 years ago in Bitcoin's history and crypto's history. So that's how long it is. So in terms of like 10 years from now, right? Like where the fuck are we going to be? So that's why I recommend, you do ladders, but you have some hex that comes out now. So maybe that guy who has 30,000, maybe he stakes out, half of it or something. Maybe he stakes out something from 5 years to 10 years and just throws out something like a 5 years, like a 5 year stake, 7, a 9, and 11, and then they run out basically. But that way they skip. Maybe if they want to possibly have a sort of like an option, like an open option for like a long on hex. You essentially pay less hex now, but you give yourself T-shares in the future for if we're in a bull market in 25, 26, 27, and then in the future you're sitting pretty, basically. That's the way I would do that. That way you saw 15,000 hex today that you're going to get the copy of, and then now you have 30,000 hex accumulative across the hex multi-chain DC universe, cinematic universe. Beautiful. I hope that answers the question, basically. Yes, I am the ladder master. I'm ladder in, ladder out, drip drop in, drip drop out, dollar cost in, dollar cost out, wax on, wax off. Yeah. The 18th is apparently nothing. I think it's too many people said the 18th, and I think Richard decided to rug it personally. But yeah. But let's see if I can find the questions. I gotta go way back. Jeez. Have I heard of a project called Punk Panda? It's worth getting into before they go public. I don't know anything about it, sir. I'm so sorry. I don't know. If it's on, yeah, I don't know anything about it. Let's see. Cody. Every time you don't hit the like button, a pleb gets wrecked. Yeah, please, for just just for one like, you could save us poor pleb. Tommy here invested into BitConnect at the top. But yeah, anyway. Max Digitus. Sell is at $4 now. It has 25% LTV. You could borrow $1 for each sell token. Easy math. Oh yeah. It's $4 exactly. Yeah. Your liquidation rate, Celsius would have to crash to 98 cents basically, or 90, or your liquidation would probably be like 102 or something like that. So yeah, it'd have to crash down to below $1. I don't think that's gonna fucking happen. No way. But hey, that's just a theory. Adam Mo, hey DCC, I'm still waiting on VSP, and I don't understand the bearish chart. So what's basically happening right now, it's inflating like fucking crazy. It has all its supply coming out. Right, let me pull it up. As long as the Dow hasn't changed anything on Vesper. I'm personally very bullish on this. I own quite a lot of this token. I have it staked out in the VVSP pool, and it's currently $5. It's 31 there. So right now, its full 10 million coin supply will be out in February. I think middle or late February of 2022. So until then, I don't expect this token to do shit until after February. After all its coin supply is out, there's what's going to happen is then it has a big runway in terms of like its coins it's admitting right now. So right now they're in about a couple weeks they should start having their beta on Matic. Even though I don't like Matic, but they're going to be using Matic as a farming pool, and then they're going to start going multi-chain. I think I've heard stuff about possibly Avalanche and Phantom one day in the future, but for now they're going to be on Matic only. They're pretty, even though the guy who started, one of the co-founders, Sir Garzik something, I forgot his name. He's one of the first developers on Bitcoin. He's actually knighted too, which is kind of crazy. He's knighted by the Queen. So, but anyway, he has a lot of Bitcoin, and they're pretty ETH maxi sort of things. So they're really only fucking with stuff that's like only helping Ethereum. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Then they'll probably only going to be on Matic and probably Phantom, because Phantom's actually EVM compatible, and also they're not enemy, they're frenemies or friends basically. So that on top of that too, and they're about to release something called like Earn on Vesper, where you can earn in one coin and get paid in a different coin on yield. So you could deposit in the Vesper grow pools and stuff into something like DAI, and your DAI pays you in Phantom, or DAI pays you in like Bitcoin or something, which is pretty cool. But that'll probably more than likely happen on Matic, where it's cheaper to do transactions. And so I don't see this token doing much until maybe late December, January, but at the very least sometime after the inflation comes out. So I just got my coin staked, and that's all I'm doing with it. I'm not really tripping about it. Let's see. Yep, the investor every year out, they reduce the cost of T-shirt. Yep, by 20%. That's correct, sir. Yes, sir. Do you use the Staker app? As just to check stuff, but in terms of wallet, no, I personally do not. Not anything to say negative about it. It's just like I'm just used to using the old stuff with Hex and stuff. That's fine. I already got my stuff. For new guys, they might like it, but I personally just use a Staker app, just check on stuff, and that's about it, really. Encapsulated T-shirts coming for those who like to be more flexible. Well, hopefully they don't mess them up. Hopefully. Yep. Let's see. Hex Illuvium. Did you like the alpha I sent you on Twitter? What'd you send me? Let's see. I am not seeing the alpha here. Where is it? Where are you? Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. I'll if you send me something, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I don't see it. Is liquid? What did I say? Jahomey, dude, I'm fucking your name. I'm sorry. Daminci. Is Liquid Loan a good project? I think it will be. I think it'll be one of the few projects that might be worth like a small investment into and stuff. But obviously not the whole bag. Please don't spend all your Pulse Chain tokens or PHEX on it. But I have 5%, 10% position if you really like it. 10 if you really like it, 5% if you just want to have like a a YOLO bag. But just be careful. Obviously, I interviewed one of the guys from the team. Seems like a good dude, bright and stuff. What they're copying is the liquidity protocol or project. And that's a very good, the tokenomics on that are fantastic. They just had problems essentially with whales, and they didn't do good token lockup, but the team is locked up from what I know, about 3 years, at least with loans token. But until I see some documents and I actually see contract code and shit like that, I have to see it till I got to see it to believe it, basically. But so far it looks okay. I think it's cool. Mount Gox working. Yeah, Mount Gox working. That's correct. Jack, I'm thinking about throwing $1,000 into Doge Cake Bruh. Oh my god. All right. I mean, bro, the name, bro, it must be Dong 8 Rect, basically. Dodge Cake Moon, they pay 20% towards cake just by hodling. One problem is the whales crash the chart thinking it's crashed to be a good dead coin. I don't know, bro. I don't, bro. That's a lot, dude. I'm so sorry, but dude, whoa. J Flow, that's a cool bike. Since we know Hex doesn't follow the market, do we think we get an end of year pump? I think we do. I think we do. Yeah. Morgan Goth and don't underestimate Celsius. It can definitely go below $1. You're a dick. Don't say that, bro. Oh, don't you hit me with that curse, Ricky Bobby. All right, so okay, Jack. I also was a dumb when I staked my Hex for only 3 months. Oh my god, my stake was only $1,100, and it's like $666 now, and it ends in any day. Can I stake longer? You're gonna have to pay the fees, dude. You just got to get lucky and pick a day where the fees are low. You're gonna have to just eat it. Sorry, bro. Yeah, man. I wish you had asked me or just looked around. Like you got to stick out longer for if it's some mountain like that, because like, damn, that would have sucked. Yeah. I've got 3K, 300K. Oh, so Motley here is dumping the price, you guys. All right, so when fucking Hex dumps, bro, that's it. You just blame Motley. That's it. Oh yeah, man, get yourself a house or something, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Or I guess you're Anyway, yeah, don't forget it. Whew. How do you stake BSP? You click that. All right, right here. Where's my website? Okay. You click here. It's going to take you to vesper.finance. Boom. You connect your MetaMask, and then you go to the pool. You go to the pools. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me unshare this. Let me share this. Oh, I shared the same screen. I'm sorry. God damn. All right, cool. So right now, Vesper is earning you 41%. That it just repothecates, so you don't have to pay interest payments. It will put the coins right back on top, and you're earning more and more. You just hit this view, or you hit the app button. You connect your MetaMask. You put your Vesper in here. You hit the 100 button, and then you deposit, and that's it. So you will pay some fees to get in, but once your coins are in there, you can just forget them, basically. And let's see you can earn 5% on Uniswap token, and it also pays you in Vesper as well. USDC, 2% in Vesper, and all these other 7% in USDT. It was 4% in Vesper. And yeah, and nothing on DAI. Because no one uses DAI. I'm hella behind, so I'm just skip to the new comments. Let's see. Oh, 300K Hex to buy. Oh, whoops. You could have fooled me, Motley. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, don't you put that evil on me, J-Hex. Oh my god. Let's see what's a cool comment. Jack, Doge Cake Moon got me my first Hex stake. Well, hey man, I ain't knocking it, bro. I mean, I'm just saying this is not my cup of tea, man. You know what I'm saying? You make money, you made money, man. Let's see. Let's see. Nelson Esquivel. I've got Phantom on recurring buy. Beautiful. That's exactly how you should do it, man. Damn, man, I'm so excited for Lulian. God damn, bro. It's up $200 more. Yeah. Beautiful, man. I love it. No Illuminati. Do you like Kusama? Sir, I'm damn near Kusama Maxi. Damn near. I'm at a 90-10 split on my Kusama to dot ratio. I am 90% Kusama. Like, fucks the chicks on the first date Kusama. Don't ask for the number. Just fucking smash it straight to the hotel room, Kusama. And I've got 10%. Marries the first chick he meets. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I am with Kusama. Do you see that Moon River is outpacing Kusama in the next few months? A lot of people are saying it could go to the moon for being an Ethereum alternative like FTM and AVAX. It could pump pretty well, but here's the problem too: is that like right now, most people they almost think it's like an altcoin. So Kusama's an altcoin, and then this may get flack for some of the people that are like got their tongue so deep up fucking Kusama and like the ecosystem's asshole. But as an outside observer who is not completely like Polkadot Kusama maximalist in terms of like the whole, like I'm just like that's only the ecosystem I'm in. Sure, it can outpace it just because it's lower market cap. But when Kusama's probably pumping very hard or in some hard pump, then a lot of the money that's in those altcoins that are on the parachains on Kusama will sell those coins to then go into to chase the pump on Kusama. And if Kusama takes a fat shit, then so will these other coins. They could hold their ground a little better, but it's that sort of thing. It's like that's their Bitcoin basically. Yeah, but in the future, it probably can. Like I think Moon River next cycle, that's when it can like become its own thing. But there is this weird thing about like being a part of that chain where like I don't know, there's a lot of like kind of like game theory and politics to that. So it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to tell. Mike Tyson, yeah. Oh, shout out to Mike Tyson. Yeah, I remember you. Luvium was locked on an exchange and had to go through the whole KYC process. Is still not. So here, let me. Actually, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Okay, so in terms of Illuvium, right? There's two pools. There's ILV, and then there's the Sushi ILP, the Sushi pool. I personally only recommend the Sushi LP pool. The Illuvium pool itself, I would not recommend staking your coins because there's no point. Basically, the APY is 40. I think it's like 44% or 44% right now. Or no, I'm sorry, 39% actually. I remember now. It's 39% for the pool itself. So if you have coins, because Ethereum's gas fees are so insane, you're better if you have a smaller amount of Illuvium, you're better off just owning Illuvium, the token itself, and not staking it. But if you wanted to do a YOLO play, right? This is to anyone out there. I would probably have like a 1 to a 2 Ethereum value play where like you would stake out maybe $4,000, $8,000 for like a full year, but you're playing the long game on it, right? If you just had some money and you wanted to be able to take profits on Illuvium, you could just buy a certain amount of Illuvium and Ethereum that you already own, pair it together, and just put it into the Sushi LP flexible pool and just earn the current 240% APR. It could be at some point that you want to take profits, and then you'll just have a certain amount of Illuvium locked up. But you got to leave it in there long enough, like almost a month or so that whatever rewards you get are big enough where it's profitable for gas. So the gas, because right now, like last gas fee I paid to unlock my Illuvium, it was like $450, $500, because they charge you 2 transactions. They usually charge, so like they were charging me like what $200, and the second one was $250 to unlock my stuff. Just Ethereum gas is crazy and stuff. I know Hexagains are paying a lot more than that, but that's because they have longer term stakes, where it spends a lot of like processing power, I guess, on the Ethereum blockchain. Do you think Vesper will last in the bear market? It could last, but it's just going to be boring and just low yield and stuff. I think it could survive. There's big money behind it. So if it does well, then it does well, basically. Billy L. Here, just give me 1 second. I'm going to sit down. Just give me 1 second. Gotta get standing all day. I'm going to lower my standing desk real quick. But in terms of Spell and MIM, I actually do like Spell. I've been researching it quite a lot. And Daniel, the creator of Spell, Time, MIM, and I think Popsicle.finance, which is ICE, that guy is giving me a lot of high box score sort of like indicators. So in terms of a coin, like in terms of like if I would pick like Spell, like I actually do like Spell. And here, let me pull it up. Let me see. Where's my camera? There we go. Wow, that's bright. Let's go see. Spell. I'll put a spell on you, and now you're mine, mine. So it seems like if one of the coins is pumping, the other ones are doing bad or something. So it's like a whole like round robin of like shit like that. But Spell, I think Spell's a really cool coin. They're doing something revolutionary, and they actually have an actual face to the company and stuff. The dudes they I originally thought he was like French and French. What do you call it? I thought he was like French not Puerto Rican, French Portuguese, but apparently he's like Italian or something, and then lives in Switzerland. So could have fooled me, but like dude seems like a cool dude. Actually, something interesting. I met him in person, which is fucking crazy enough. I met him in person, and like I actually talked to him for a few minutes, and I think it was in the after party. So I met him back in 2018. Crazily enough, I met him at the Litecoin conference in I met him in the Litecoin conference before he had tattoos and everything. Litecoin conference the first ever Litecoin conference in 2018 at the San Francisco East Convention Center and stuff, which is kind of crazy. It's pretty insane. Yeah, I met him. He was a nice guy. He was nice to me and stuff. I talked to him for a little bit. He was there and stuff. He literally didn't have any tattoos or nothing. So I was very like for some reason like he sounded so familiar to me, and I was like, why the fuck do I know this guy? And then I saw I did some research on him, and then I saw him for the I was like, that's him. I was like, what? That's insane, man. Because like if you look at the Litecoin conference in 2018, he was on stage. I think he had a company called Zoomel Finance or something like that, or Zoomel. He basically was just creating like ways for basically poor people in third world countries to essentially invest in cryptocurrencies and just sort of like innovations like that, basically. And then he just left and became the frog master, I guess. Yeah, he's Italian. Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty cool. But let me look at Spell token. So right now, Spell doesn't look sexy because the price is down, right? Its all-time high was about 30 cents. It's down 54%. This is typically when you probably should get into things, right? Backed in your wrapped Litecoin Moses days. That's correct, sir. Yeah. But I think Spell is a cool token. Like right now, that's not the worst price to get into. It's down 50%. So at least you're not buying a fucking top. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the rest of the tokens. It's part of the Daniele or Daniel multi-chain universe, right? Let's look at ICE, Optical Finance. That one's down 6%. Okay, what's the other one he has? Time, I think Time. Underland Time. 3%. It's a rebase token. Be careful with those, but not bad. Let's go back at Spell. So Spell's down a lot today. That's crazy because yesterday, like Time was up a lot and all these things. So right now it's 112 in market cap. That's good. Out of the top 100, that could be a value. Let me go back to Time. Shit. 82 and ICE. I went to Titan Swap Lips, but anyway, 300 in that. I don't know. In terms of what project I kind of liked and stuff, I mean, I like Spell. Spell's cool. Times looks pretty cool as well. You've got to know what you're doing with Time. As for Popsicle Finance, I actually know very little bit about this project, so I really can't answer questions about a Popsicle Finance ICE. But yeah, I would definitely. Spell is not terrible. You can do folding and stuff like that and everything. And maybe I'll talk about it some other day. But I think 1.6 cents is I think a fair price to get back into Spell, basically. You can earn some decent yield, especially if you're doing Spell MIM or maybe S Spell with Spell. Basically, you can actually stake it on the protocol and earn like 22% APR, give or take. So you could just, if you were being really lazy with Spell, you could just buy Spell, stake it on the platform, and then just like forget about it. And so it's kind of crazy. Sometimes you forget about coins. You look back, and you're like, damn, son. You know, you can make quite a bit of money. That was some alpha right there too, because Spell's pretty cool. I didn't really want to speak on Spell. Oh, look, it's even down more. Yay! Even better time to get in, I guess. Of course, the only thing you have to worry about is if there's ever contract risk, and it gets hacked or some shit. Well, price is gonna take a shit. But it's kind of just is what it is with this token. Oh, fuck, man. This is so good. Beautiful. For all, yeah. Is it Daniel or Daniele? I've heard different fucking things. Let's say I've heard some people call him Danny, some people call him Daniele, some people call him Daniel. I like Daniele personally. I think that's kind of cool. But like Daniele Sesta, Spritz, Frog Nation baby shit. I've been using those Pepes for a long time too, brother. So he prides himself on being a frog, which is cool. But yeah. Okay. Hooper mix. DCC, how will LV release its remaining supply and how will it affect the price? Okay, that's a cool question. Give me 1 second. Let's go to, what is that fucking place called? My God. IOV. Yeah, IOV into my brains. Okay, $1,300. So basically, there is no supply coming out until March. So this is it. So I think in March they had, or it may be in late February, early March, they had a token sale on Sushi Swap, I think on Miso Box, if I remember correctly, and they had 1 million tokens for sale. Only 634,000 and some change sold, or maybe a little bit less than that, like 630,000 tokens sold, and that's all that sold. So the rest of the 1 million tokens got put into the treasury, and then it launched. Then from there, people were buying the token up at like basically $60, $50, basically, if I remember correctly. I mean, I could look right now, see if we can see all-time lows. Yeah, $29. So I'd probably launch it like $60, $50. And people silently yield farmed it. You barely heard anyone talking about this coin, motherfuckers. And yeah, fucking greedy fucks. Anyway, yeah, nobody was fucking talking about it so much. And then they were yield farming it. And basically, so this isn't, so it still has to be out to vote. But as of for right now, from what we know of, it looks like it's going to happen in March. There will be the first allocation of team tokens and investor tokens, and some of the founder tokens at a drip rate. So if it does happen and it gets voted on and it does start actually coming out in March, what will happen is 7,000 Illuvium tokens will unlock every single day. They can either dump them or stake them out. But just keep in mind, a lot of these guys will only get paid, like will be taking payments in Illuvium. So I expect at least a third of the tokens to be dumped on the market over time, and I expect 2/3 to be staked. But who knows? That's just is what it is. Some people maybe just keep them in a wallet and not stake them, but not sell them, that sort of thing. But 7,000 tokens, if everything stays concurrent, from what we've been told so far, 7,000 will come out every single day. So after 30 days, we will have an additional. So let's take the handy dandy calculator, right? So let's just take 7,000 tokens times 30. Gives you 210,000 tokens. So effectively, at the first month of emissions, will be about a 33% increase to the total supply. That's pretty significant. But the only thing so in sort of the whole thing, it's a sort of thing where like let me see. It's the sort of thing with this sort of token where like if the main game of Illuvium launches and it's pretty decent and it's a good launch, it could offset some of the sales. So I have kind of a feeling that the reason that it's in December, it's like the main game, maybe if we're lucky, it launches in March, but it could be. I would rather have, if when the game launches, then the team's tokens come out, because I think that's fair, because like they should start receiving their tokens when the game actually launches, for them to have an incentive to really make sure that fucking game comes out on time, or at least when it comes out around the same time. That way, when the game launches, people are finding out about Illuvium for the first time, and it can offset some of that inflation. But over time, of course, it dampens it out. So it gives it so it starts growing in market cap and not in price, I guess. But if the game launches, even with the 7,000 coming out every day, you could still see the price spike up in price. But at some point, it will have a correction, and during that correction, when the interest is down, it will take the token price down. So it's possible maybe like we hit maybe a high of $4,000, $5,000 for Illuvium, possibly, and then it could crash down, and then we're just chilling at like this price for a while until eventually enough supply comes out after enough months that it doesn't matter anymore. instead of being 33, then the next month it becomes something like 25, and the next month it becomes something like 19, then 10%, 8%, and then eventually there's enough supply out where like the consistent 7,000 coins per day doesn't affect its price as much as it used to. Though, just one interesting fact though is after the first year, that number goes down to roughly, I think, 1,200 tokens per day. I'm sorry, for the next 2 years. So after that first initial year, there's going to be sort of like a day where, like, what is it? So if it happens in March, so March of 2023, there's no more coins coming out anymore, and then that's sort of like almost like a halvening for alluvium. So that can be a pretty good pumping narrative as well. Like, oh, the alluvium halvening is going to happen at some point. You heard it here first, right here. So and so that could be a cool pumping event. So basically, effectively, you're talking about 66% less coins hitting the market every single day, which is pretty bullish. So maybe that can help the price out and stuff. But I do think Illumin's going to do very well. As long as the games are doing good, that's all that matters. And then and if the game is making a lot of money, then they're buying a lot of Illuvium from the market. So that can also offset a lot of these sales that are going on from some of the team members. And so, especially if the Illuvium price is very high. But yeah, that's a long way to answer your question. But yeah. Yeah. All right, Karn. Hey, hiya, DCC. Do you count your moon bags towards your portfolio, or is it sort of a side portfolio bag with moon warning stickers on it? I mean, by the time, so I guess I count it towards the side a little bit, but I still look at it. It's still, I guess, in total, it's like I do count it as total portfolio. But when I'm looking at like what's my portfolio that I'm actually like growing and everything, it's sort of like, yeah, it's the moon bags are kind of on the side there, but you still have to count them for your whole portfolio, especially if you're counting your whole total net wealth in crypto. Mana is pumping, just hit an all-time high. What do you think? Yeah, sure. Bill Black Mortgage Pro. Okay. Mana. Actually, oh my fucking god, man. Damn, son. You guys want to hear some sad stories, man? Damn, bro. Thank you for reminding me of this. So I had a consultation earlier today where I had a conversation with a gentleman, and it was this whole talk. We had to talk about like feeling like opportunity cost, right? And I told him, and I will say this to you guys, like, you guys don't even know what opportunity cost is really. Because like some guys are like, oh, if I hadn't have had my money in this and I had into that, I could have done this and that. But like hindsight's 2020. You know, just be happy you're in crypto now. You just try to make the best decisions we can. You know, sometimes me and Charlie, what we're trying to do is put you in coins that don't rug, you know, because I can't think of a single coin that's rugged, really. I can't. Oh, wait, let me think. No, I don't think we haven't recommended any coin that's rugged for anything. I don't think ever. But in terms of like projects, right? You could have an underperformance, of course, but at some point, if you feel like you can keep it moving, you can move it along and move it into something else, right? But a lot of times people get into it's a sort of thing like you wouldn't be able to stay in it long enough in order to kind of see it through and stuff. So it's like doing that whole hindsight's 2020. You're looking like, imagine this. Imagine that I have mirrors on the back of my glasses, and I'm looking at my glasses, but I'm not looking straight. I'm always looking backwards of like, what if I did this? What if I did that? What if I could have done this? I would have done that. I would have had this. And you're paying attention so much to the past, you're not looking to the future anymore. And then when you do pay attention to the future, you're so behind that you jump in and then you get wrecked. So it just puts you into a really negative feedback loop of like not getting your timing right? So at one point, this was long ago, right? Decentraland was very, very cheap. I had at one point over 3 million mana that I spent on NFTs, and like that's what I say. I told this to people and stuff when they tell me when they tell me and stuff, right? It's like, bro, it's like I've told people I have more opportunity costs than pretty much anybody in the stream. Like literally, like just to show you some of the stuff I used to have, like 3 million mana. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I had kept all my Decentraland mana from back in the day when because I was using Decentraland even before it launched. I would have $13.5 million if I kept it, right? That's an example. Maybe a little, actually, I think I had a little bit more than 3.5, maybe like 3.6 or something like that. But I had a few million, man, back in the day. And, right, I'd look like a genius if I held it, right? But let me show you something. Like, mana for a long time wasn't doing shit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, I had 3 million Doge. Like, let me show you this too, just as another example. Back in the day, right, when I was landscaping and stuff, right, I was still invested in stocks and stuff. What was that? What was the name of that fucking app? Robinhood. I was on Robinhood buying stocks and stuff. I used to be mowing lawns and stuff like that for clients and stuff. Oh, it's not spell. And one day I saw that they added Dogecoin in crypto. The cheapest coin was Doge. I was like, why the fuck would they add Dogecoin on here? That's really weird. So what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? So what I did is like, oh, you know what? I'll start doing this. So I said if I could cut an extra lawn or do an extra property, I would put all the money from that house or whatever I did into that coin. So I would put a certain amount of my paycheck, or I would put a certain amount of like an extra job I did, and I was buying Dogecoin. And at one point, I had 3 million Doge. Actually, how much did I have? Yeah, 3 million, 6 million Doge, somewhere in that range. And at the time, it sounds like a lot of money even back then, but it wasn't at all. This is like 2016. So the Doge was worth like nothing at all. Like, yeah, I'm talking to you like, I mean, I had that's like $8,000 was basically 3 million Doge back in the day. So just so you know what I'm talking about, like 3 million Doge, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Today, that's over $500,000 from just mowing some lawns and stuff like that, right? But it's the sort of thing where like Doge, it's this, but like how long in order for me to got in this profit, I would have to hold Dogecoin for basically from 2016 to right now, and then I'd have like $700,000. This is why hodlers win long term. Like you can make some good trades and stuff here and there. Sometimes maybe you can do a swing trade or like you sell at the right time, but long term, right? Long term holding wins over time, unless you're just like a super giga Chad whale and just buy in a certain amount or something like that. Mostly founders win, hodlers win when it comes to this. Okay. And it was that sort of, like I sold those coins. Like what happened was Doge pumped up, and Doge pumped up to a certain, I think like it did a 4x or something. And I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. Wow. And then I sold it, and I sold my Dogecoin for a 4x, I think, or maybe a 3x. And I used some of that money to get me Litecoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin, which did very well for me. And it was a backbone of my portfolio. Then Dogecoin took a shit. And then I used whatever more profits I had left from Doge and to buy Litecoin at the bottom, and then it just helped me build my whole portfolio. But for the longest time, Doge didn't do anything. So it's the same thing with mana, right? Like mana pumped up for the launch. It went up to like, I think 3, 4, 5 cents. It crashed back down, and it didn't do shit for a year plus. And this is the sort of stuff that people don't understand, is like it's hodling's a bumpy ride, right? But like I'm not like crying in hindsight, because at the time that was the correct, when I sold that coin, it was the correct time to do so. And I would have, knowing what I know now, right? I personally would have just held a moon bag of mana forever and just kept it moving, right? But I sold it all. I mean, I spent all my mana. What am I talking? I spent all my mana on NFTs and stuff. But then, if I did it in retrospect, I would have kept some in as a hodl bag, some in NFTs, and then I would have sold some mana into profit, basically. But it's the sort of thing where like I just kept it moving, right? Because it taught me about the beautiful thing about like the using Decentraland and things like that, is it taught me the NFT market, and it taught me that I'm better off in the coin market, basically. So it's the sort of thing and stuff and everything like that with mana, basically. So just with the mana, whatever I sold from mana, and then I sold from Cardano. Cardano was another one, actually. Cardano I bought at the all-time low. Had a really nice 300,000 mana bag or something like. I mean, just ADA bag, And you know, it's worth quite a bit right now. I mean, no, what's 88 worth right now? Yeah, it's $1.60. Imagine if you had held that much, right? You know, you'd be, yeah, it'd be, you know, another $500,000. So that's what I'm trying to say. You know, this is why it's so, why me and Charlie tell people it's so important in the bear market and in the beginning of the bull market to, you know, to be here and in coins and stuff. You know, so it is pretty it's a pretty interesting sort of fact, right? But obviously, like the Central Line and all these things, they did pump up, but obviously they're pumped off all the gaming sector right now, which was one of the things of why I got so attracted to Mana, because it was one of the sort of things I knew was going to pop off. Like I was in Axis very early on. I was in Decentraland since the beginning. What other Sand, basically from the beginning as well. This is sort of the thing where like I've learned through experience of like having a moon bag, and this is why I try to impart this thing about a moon bag to you guys, because it's very important. Sometimes like a lot of these coins, right, like for a good 6-8 months they weren't doing shit. So what I did, I could have just kept it moving, invested in something else, but still kept the moon bag, and then came back to them later on, right? Because I sold all my coins off, it just didn't feel right, basically. So that's, yeah, crypto's not for the weak of heart. It turns boys into real men real quick. Yeah. So there's a lot of people that have said, I would have done this, I would have done that. And then I rebuttal, or like, I fucking doubt it. Because you're looking with all the information you have right now, right? You maybe would have gone into this coin and that, but then a lot of people think that this is another part too. Like people can't hold when the price goes down. People can't hold when the price goes up. Just let me repeat that again. People can't hold when the price goes down, and then they also can't hold when the price goes up. So as soon as you get like a huge pump on a coin, they'll end up selling all their coins off for a 3x and stuff. Don't leave anything there for a moon bag or just a portion if it does go higher. And they think, man, if I would have invested this much and I would have had this much at the current price. Most people who held Mana since a couple pennies would have almost no Mana left at all at $4.50. As an example. Same thing for a lot of hexagons, right? If I had a lot of hexagons weren't staked, if it was all liquid hex, a lot of hexagons wouldn't have that much hex right now either. They would have some of them, but that's, yeah, exactly, Molly. Yeah. So Molly had, yeah, that's a good quote. Yeah. That's a great quote from DCC. That's why hex staking is so good for the people. Yeah. It forces you to hold over time. Like that's why it's so important, right? Most people don't have the diamond hands to hold at a certain point. There is a point, especially if you know there's more bull market, where you take some profits and you're like, fuck it, I've sold enough, I'm not selling. Some people aren't good enough like that. It's the whole like study with people with the kids in the cookie jar, where like you give a kid a cookie, it's like you can have a cookie now, but if you wait 10 minutes, we'll give you 2 cookies. And they tracked a lot of these kids in the future, right? So all the kids who said they would wait for about 10 minutes to get 2 cookies, almost all, like I think it was like 99% of them were better off in life than the kids who took the cookie right now. So delayed gratification is quite important for sort of stuff, So it's I just wanted to give that little lesson right there, because a lot of people who don't have a lot of money and stuff like that, who invest in something that goes up this much, they have trouble holding it for that long. So they'll end up selling it early. So you've got to play with this wealth mentality, but at the same time, there is a point where it's pretty stupid, where like you've gained so many X's that if you haven't taken any profit at all, it's kind of ridiculous. You should take some profits to just change your life as well. So it's a balancing act. Like you're never going to be happy when you take 100% happy you took profits. You might sell one coin at the all-time high and be like, yes. But most coins you won't, and you're just going to feel terrible about it because like, oh, I could have sold this much, I could have had this much more. But it just is what a game. You just keep the whole thing is this crypto game is a game of attrition. You just got to keep it moving, got to keep it rolling. You can't stop, won't stop. So yeah. So what's going on with the chat right now? Give me some questions, you guys. Give me some questions. What's going on? Let's see. Could a Shiba hex liquidity pair on Shiba swap potentially be more profitable than straight hex swap? Yes, the hex can be bear coin with 400%. I don't know. I mean, the token would have to keep up with the price appreciation, I guess, of or hex for at least 1/4 of the pump, I guess, to make sense. Gent Esquire, DCC, dead inside is my motto. That's correct, sir. Dead inside. Yeah, feel nothing when the prices go down. Feel joy when the prices go up. You know that whole meme of that guy with the green face? It's like when the price is going up and he's like, That's how you should feel, man. Do I ever use leverage? Fuck no. No. There is one type of leverage, which is like loans, because technically when you take a loan in your crypto, that's technically leverage, but it's a very, very low leverage, basically. It's like if you take a 25% LTV loan, it's like being 1.25x long. So you would need an 80% correction to get liquidated, basically, on a loan. So that is leverage, technically. So I do use that type of leverage from time to time, but most of the times I do not. Let's see. What's the thoughts on Spooky Swap, any bridge holdup on FTM bridge? That means a fuck ton of money's coming into Phantom. That's fucking good. I've also heard, so this is hearsay, but I have heard that I've seen reports that some of the wallets that are some of the people who are tracking Three Arrows Capital money, they started seeing Three Arrows Capital money start entering Phantom. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know where they're at right now in that Phantom ecosystem, but they've onboarded quite a lot of money. So that could be people from Avalanche. They may be trying to get exposure, as well as all the Ethereum gas fees and all the attention with the big fight on Twitter between the creator of Synthetics. Which this is fucking trippy as fuck. I personally didn't know this, but I knew he was one of the earliest projects. But effectively, Curve Finance, Andre Congrier, which is one of the main guys behind Phantom. They gave the creator of Synthetics huge props, because technically they're saying even Curve Finance was saying that Synthetics created yield farming, which I did not know. I was like, wow. I knew they were one of the first ones and stuff, but I was like, Jesus Christ, that was crazy. So they told him, they like, hey man, you know, I owe a lot of shit to Synthetics and stuff for teaching me how to yield farm and teaching the whole industry how to yield farm. So that was pretty cool. But in terms of that, like that's the sort of so in terms of that big fight between not Andre, between the leader of Three Arrows Capital, Sun Tzu, and what's his name? Not Kieran. Kane Warwick. They were fighting over basically Sun Tzu said, "Yo, fuck Ethereum. I'm done with this shit right now. It's not for the people. You know, Avalanche is for the people," and it caused a bunch of like thought leaders sort of stuff where people were just thinking really a lot about what's going on at Ethereum. So we've been seeing a lot of money leaving Ethereum into the L1s and stuff. So that's good. So all the L1s are essentially getting more money right now. So that's good for Phantom. Do you recommend the 3x rule for every time? Well, for a new person, I'm recommending the rule of 2. You get a 2x, take half your money out, just because I'm a little tired. I'm honestly a little tired of just a lot of the newer investors and stuff where they invest into something they can't handle, like the volatility of this is cryptocurrencies. We have a huge amount of volatility. We have 80% corrections all the time, 50% corrections, 40% retracements. It's like normal. So if you get a 2x on your coin, get your principal out, and then you're playing with casino chips. And if it dips down and you get the balls to get back in, then you get in with more money if you want. That's up to you. Have you decided on a date for the Q1 course? Not yet. To be announced, sir. To be announced. How do I feel about Luna lately? Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't pumped yet, if I'm being honest. I think it's down a little bit right now too. At $41, it was $50 earlier. You're buying it at a good discount. It will have its day. Every L1 ecosystem will have its day in the sun. So, yeah. I hope one day my Avi will make you feel smart. I personally think there's going to be a DeFi Summer V2 sometime in the summer next year for all the L1, for all the what I mean by DeFi Summer, I mean Ethereum coins that are on Ethereum are going to have a huge pump, basically. Max Digitus. Staking makes life way easier, less stressful. That's correct. Let's see. Elijah Levy. Right on, Motley. I'm late to the stream, but I appreciate you and DCC for putting all the alpha. You guys are doing God's work. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Molly's a good dude. JFlow got a bunch of money locked up right now. Yeah. Will the end of the bull market coincide with a recession in stock market? Actually, possibly, yeah, it can, or it could be it could lag out a little bit, but yeah, it's very possible. But I think that at some point it will be what's going to shock. It's possible that it could cause us to crash, but then we could recover, and that would be such a mind fuck. That would send us really high up in price. Sultan the Magnificent, dollar cost when Kane stopped buying houses. I don't know, bro. When ETH scale. Bum, bum, bum. Do you think Audius could pop off with his partnership with Sol for NFTs? I think it can. Actually, I saw something pretty interesting that someone sent me. Maybe that was that one guy who sent me. Like, well, I don't know if I should say. Oh, fuck it, I'll say it. Well, so basically, from what I've heard, it looks like Solana got added as an option, possibly for OpenSea. So maybe there's an OpenSea partnership with Solana coming up. So that could be really big for Solana. That's pretty cool. Arthur K. Avalanche is trash. Phantom is the shiznit. Shiznit. I haven't read that in a while. Oh, shit. Yeah. Let's see. I want to put some gains from January into Spooky Swap ratio. Would you do it? Dip. It depends on how bad everything dips, and it just depends how much cash you got and stuff. But basically, I mean, if in terms of farms and stuff, the way I have my money personally, I subscribe to something to a 60-40 rule, something like that. So you either you have 60% of your liquid phantom in farms, or if you're being a little more careful, you would have 60% of your liquid phantom not in farms and 40% in farms, something like that. So I'm probably right now like something like 40% liquid, 60% not in farms. Basically, that's how I do it. And then I have a certain percentage of that in the safest farms, which is I think the safest farm on Phantom right now is like Phantom Boo. Nelson, I still regret not getting mana when you and Kyle told me it was connected to. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, hindsight's 2020, bro. Look for the new opportunities, or get in where you get in, basically. Voltaire, yo, what's going on, brother? Hey, what's going on? Arthur K, I was buying Phantom on all the dips. Good idea, bro. That was good. Phantom's best Phantom stake. I already doing boost stakes. I think okay, so this one's a little more degenerate and stuff, but I think it's still pretty safe. I think Spirit Phantom might not be a terrible one right now, because if you look at Spirit's down at the shitter right now. Like, I think when the course, me and Charlie never recommended the coin for the course, but Spirit right now is at 18 cents last time I saw it, like today. So maybe it popped up a little bit. Let's see. Spirit 17 cents. So when originally when the course started, I remember because I was looking into it, Spirit Swap was basically at 21 cents. It pumped up to 63 cents, and now it's basically retraced all the way back. So I think the Spirit Swap team is a really good team. They're pretty cool dudes. They're very transparent. I think they have a lot of marketing on YouTube as well. A lot of the YouTube guys who YouTube specifically for Phantom really love Spirit Swap. The Spirit Swap team was also out in the Dubai conference, the Phantom DC conference. So I think this is a good team. It's a good product. They're more for traders, but they still have quite a bit of yielding as well. So in terms of like risk to reward ratio, I think right now would actually not be a terrible time to get into Spirit Swap Phantom pool, which right now is earning you, if you don't have it on Grim Finance, you can earn like 34% APR on it. And I think it's a good prop bet, because if Spirit Swap said they're gonna announce in a few weeks, maybe to a month, that they're gonna have leverage at some point. So if they have leverage, they're the first place to have leverage, like leverage trading, where you can only take longs on Phantom. This could cause the token to go up in price. So this is full speculation, so do what you want. But in terms of like two that are the safest platforms to yield farm on, it'd be Spirit Swap and Spooky Swap for Phantom. Outside of that, I would highly recommend another MetaMask for anything else over there, because you never know, contract risk and all that jazz. Oh, one more thing. Let me see what it is. One more thing about Spirit Swap too. It says if the token does go up and you hold Phantom Spirit, obviously if the token goes up a lot, what will happen is you'll sell off Spirit token and you'll buy more Phantom, which at the end of the day you want more Phantom. So that's kind of the cool thing. If the token starts pumping like crazy, you will get you will get more Phantom, and then what you could do is then take your LP out, get your money out, then put it back in, or just wait for a dip and then put it back. Because when this thing retraces, it retraces hard. So be careful. A lot of impermanent loss on this one if you're not careful. Spark 55. Is that the Sarbamba? I think it looks like the Sarbamba. DCC, thoughts on the ETH flipping beginning the bull market top? Yeah, it's possible. It could cause a chain reaction of just like new coins trying to beat number one, which I've talked about in the past. But that would be interesting. I don't think that would be the top, but we'd be close to the top at some point. I think Ethereum will gain its number one spot and then pump hard. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. DCC, how does one track an NFT like Magic Cats in a portfolio? Is it just marked at the floor as? Yeah. So the way I do it personally is I don't count like all my cats, like, because they all have different certain in terms of different price. The way I do it is I just take my cats, multiply it by the floor. Maybe if you have some rare ones, you can just do floor plus 20% of the floor and then multiply it by the amount of cats you have, and that's kind of what I would say how much money you have. Something like that. I'm always being a little more conservative on the NFTs for what you're going to get. For people right now, I think you're still up at 2x. So anyone who bought during the launch of it at 100 Phantom, it's the floor for the cats is 200. So not bad. At some point, they're going to release. I think in a few weeks, they're going to release the incentivized pools and bonus yield for if you have cats pool and stuff like that. Which should increase the floor on cats, which is cool. Do you think, King of Jacks, do you think tampering with the Federal Reserve, tapering from the Federal Reserve, can it have a significant impact in crypto? Yeah, it scares all the money. Basically, if you have a tightening or you have a leveraging of bonds or you have an interest rate increase, fucking freak the market out. We'll get a crash. Yeah, won't kill the market, but it'll scare the fuck out of the market, basically, real bad. Cheapest place to buy more Phantom now, probably Gemini, just because you're just paying exchange fees, but you're not buying Ethereum fees. So I highly recommend, especially if you have a small amount of money, you guys, or anything like that, I would definitely buy on Gemini, or if you can buy on KuCoin or something, maybe possibly, or Binance or something. But I'm not sure if Kraken sells that, but I'd highly recommend Gemini, because you have custody of your coins. As soon as they give you your coins, and when you buy them, you can take them on to your MetaMask and then onboard them, pay one gas fee to then onboard them in the bridge and actually have them in the ecosystem that they should be in, which is Phantom Opera. And then in there, everything's very cheap. So if you with whatever amount you buy, you'll be very happy with it. But obviously there is a bridge minimum of 50 Phantom with a 30 Phantom, a 30 dirty Phantom, a 30 Phantom fee. So if you're going to send Phantom, you should be sending like 500 to 1,000 tokens at a time, just for it to make sense. Yeah. Big Sky Travel. Yeah, the foundation just added 9.6 million Phantom to any swap bridge for those you with stuck transactions you've seen process overnight. Yeah, it's so much money's onboarding that the bridge started running out of money. So that's good. That's good. That's good for Phantom. That's good business. Shoo. Yeah, Arthur K. Yeah, Spirit Swap has some interesting stuff going on with their borrow and lend markets. Yeah, they're pretty cool, and it's super cheap to borrow and stuff on Phantom and stuff. But it's still pretty premature and new and stuff. I do expect, just to tell you right now, the average transaction on Phantom, you're paying about 11 cents, 14 cents per transaction. On a more like gas intensive or like more stuff contracts on the smart contracts, where you're doing more like you're borrowing and lending and like doing all that kind of crazy backfoot stuff with like on Phantom, the highest transaction fee I've ever paid was 14% of a Phantom, which 14% of a Phantom is like, I don't know. Let's find out. I don't even know what I paid in dollar terms. So 0.145. 32 cents. That's the most expensive transaction I've paid on Phantom is 32 cents. And then on Pulse Chain one day in the future, it'll be like a penny or a fraction of a penny. So pretty cool. Thoughts on leverage farming? I think it's retarded. I think it's fucking stupid. It's really dumb because you actually can get liquidated if it drops too much or liquidated if the price goes up too high. That's so stupid. Oh my god, yo. Yeah, leverage farming is dumb. Super dumb. Don't do it. You're going to lose. Oh, is that Castle Bravo? Oh, my bad. It looks like the Sarbamba for a little bit and stuff too, because if you look at the movie and stuff, if you look at like when they drop the Zarbamba, it looks like crazy. There's like a screenshot where it kind of looks like that. Boom, 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 boom. Fanta Opera Network. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name of the actual ecosystem, or the yeah. So you know how you're if you look on your MetaMask at the top part of the MetaMask, it says Ethereum. Let me look at it just so I'm over talking about my ass. Ethereum mainnet, right? So, but when you switch over to a Phantom's actual ecosystem, it's called Phantom Opera, like the Phantom of the Opera, right? That's why everything on a Phantom is like it's like Halloween based or something. So you have like spooky swap, spirit swap, Grim Finance, or like Reaper, or like all this fucking crazy shit, or like what's another name of the thing? Like they have all this like Halloween occult sort of shit like with the names and stuff, so it's kind of funny. Yeah. If you don't have the Phantom Opera network, what you can do is just go to Spooky Swap, hit the swap, like connect to Phantom Opera, and then it'll show up on your wallet, and then it's a drop down menu, and it's like that. It's really simple. But yeah. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. You said transfer FTM from MM to where? What? Oh, I said yeah. You would buy Phantom on Gemini, then send it to your MetaMask, and then on here I'll just show you guys. God damn it! Onboarding people. So on Spooky Swap, you hit this button that says SpookySwap.finance, and then let me unshare my screen so you guys can gaze upon my beautiful face. So, okay, on here, right, you have swap, liquidity, farm, stake boo, bridge, NFT. Bridge, what's this? You click on it, right? And it says Ethereum to Phantom. What you do then is you hit this thing called select token, you hit Phantom, and then you just say like, I want to send, I don't know, let's just say like as an example, you have 1,000 Phantoms. You get 1,000 Phantom, you connect your wallet, you hit this, and then what happens is you'll probably pay a $30 to $60 gas fee, Ethereum, just is what it is, and then it'll transfer over. Now, because there might be some delays, you'll have to wait. Usually, normally the most like 99% of the times I've ever used Phantom, it's taken me like 15 minutes to get my Phantom onto the Phantom Opera because it's transferring it over. But because there's so much money coming into Phantom right now, it's kind of clogged up right now. So you could wait anywhere from 12 to 20 to 48 hours. But because what's his name said recently, they just added like 9.6 million Phantom, which looks like that's what they did. Looks like they literally did run out. So they just added 9.6 million more Phantom over here. You should get some processing with it. So don't freak out. So you might have to like your money transfer over and you just go to sleep and then it'll show up basically. Then if one day you wanted to take your money out, basically you would just you would say your 1,000 Phantom and just send it back to Ethereum. They do charge you, like I said, a minimum of 50, but the fee would be 30 Phantom. And then like probably a small transaction of like 1%, 2% of a Phantom. And then it would show up in your Ethereum wallet within like 15 minutes. Or if it's clogged up, it could take the same amount, 12 hours to get over here. And then then you'd have the RC20 token version of Phantom. And then from there, you would just send it to Gemini to sell it, basically, if you wanted cash, or sell it on there on Uniswap and just into USDC. And that, sir, is how you onboard and get into the Phantom Opera. One last thing, if you don't know how to get on Phantom Opera, you just hit this button. You see where it says connect your wallet to the Phantom Opera to start. You would just hit this or connect here, and then it'll say, hey, you're not a part of Phantom Opera. You want to connect this thing? You hit yes, and then it will show up in your MetaMask. And then now you have the Phantom Opera. So pretty cool. Beautiful. Yeah, you could also use USDC and stuff and everything like that. Or I wouldn't use Ethereum because you have to use wrapped Ethereum. So USDC is probably better. So you can use different coins, but USDC and Trust, you know. Well, yeah, you guys. Let's see. Miguel, any thoughts on the Bitcoin city in El Salvador? I think it's fucking cool. That president is pretty revolutionary and stuff like that. His people don't really think, because El Salvador is really not that big of a country. The civil war that happened there, and a lot of Salvadorians left out of El Salvador. Like, El Salvador really is a shell of its former self. Really, well, I don't even know how its former self was, but it's a shell of that basically. And the population is pretty tiny. Like, I don't even think there's 10 million people in El Salvador. So, but it's super dangerous and stuff like that. So they do use the US dollar now, and that dude's trying to change El Salvador. So, man, shout out to that dude for that. But hey, he's betting big, but at the same time, the country was not doing so great. So, I mean, honestly, if he's taking the gamble, and I think it might be the right gamble. But the whole thing is like the country could be really good, but so I mean, the country could be doing really good and really bad based upon the Bitcoin cycle. So the whole country, so there might be like a weatherman. Where he's just charting Bitcoin's price. So it's like the country's going to do this good today because. So yeah, that'll be kind of funny. So, well, you guys, this is a great AMA. So tomorrow, stay tuned. I will say it on Twitter and in the Telegram chats and stuff for when I'm going to do a stream about just Hex only. I have a special guest coming on, and me and him are going to be talking Hex and stuff, and then I'll go on his channel as well. So until later, you guys, peace.